Welcome to the Spirit Guide Daily. These are daily messages for a collective. When we're in a collective, we all share energy. We're going to get 3 tarot cards from the Tarot of the Divine. We're going to get some archetype cards. We're going to get 1 archetype card. We're going to get a chakra card as well. All right, guys, you know the drill. Before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe because it helps my channel. And if you like the reading, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. We're getting the energy for the collective today. All right, let's go here. I love this particular tarot card deck, and it's got really good card stock for my fellow readers. The Empress in the Upright. The Empress is one of the feminine divine cards. It's the birth of something new. It's an abundant energy. It can be about creativity. It can be about new things started, but it's really about enjoying life and kind of leaning into that. Sometimes our happiness requires work, meaning we have to try and approach life as a bountiful experience, something that is an adventure. It helps us learn about ourselves and others. That comes with the 8 of Cups in the Upright, which is going on a journey to seek more. Sometimes it's a spiritual journey, looking for a part of ourselves that was lost to trauma, particularly in childhood or through difficult adult relationships. And that is with the 5 of Swords in reverse, which can be a card of defeat, but it can also be a card of a conflict within coming to an end. So the answers that you're seeking about how to be happier in this life really rely on your ability to find your peace through your own activities and through your own self-maintenance. This particular card draw is saying that in today particular, like, this is not the day to reinvent the wheel. This is the day to try and lean in on what is good about life. What am I enjoying right now? Sometimes we have to seek our inner happiness. We have to start fresh in order to achieve a peaceful energy. And this is a reminder that if anything is upsetting you, anything has kind of discombobulated you, it just takes a moment to center and ground and look for the positive instead. Again, the Empress is about the birth of new things, so you may in fact receive news about the start of something, but it is taking you in a direction that you did not anticipate. And that is called releasing attachments to outcomes, meaning that sometimes we're like, hey, can I be successful? Hey, can I have a more abundant life? And the universe is like, well, we're trying, but we have our eyes set on one particular set of circumstances, and the universe says something else is for us. So be flexible in your expectations as well. One of the best descriptions of the Empress is that she is endlessly resourceful. Find your happiness where it is available to you. And remember, happiness is a choice in the here and the now. It is not something that arrives or is brought to us or somebody else inspires in us. We are making a choice to view things with an eye to see what we appreciate in our existence. And whenever you get caught in that trap of like, nothing's good, everything sucks, please stop and reassess, because something is good. Like, even like today's been a fairly hectic day for me, but I look outside and there are hummingbirds outside my window. It's absolutely beautiful. We have oneness. You are part of the universe and always will be. Please remember there is connection available to you. It looks like you need to engage in some self-nurturing, and that sometimes you're a little bit too much of a taskmaster with yourself. And to please remember that every day brings us what it is meant to. Meaning, if something has been thwarting you, if something has been stopping you, if something has been irritating you, it is trying to teach you something about yourself so that you can have better outcomes. Every challenge that comes our way, try to view it that way, even if it's going on. If someone's just driving you crazy, ask yourself, what is it trying to teach yourself? Meaning, if you're struggling with a task, figure out what it's trying to teach you about yourself so that you can no longer struggle so much. The 5 of Swords in the Upright is a card of conflict. The 5 of Swords in reverse is releasing that conflict. And sometimes releasing the conflict means looking for the lesson. Okay, these are the only oracle cards I read in reverse because they have a shadow attribute and a light attribute. So it's drawing your attention to the shadow attribute. Tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment in the child nature. But the light attribute is friendships with animals, communications with nature spirits. Now, that is not saying that you have a tendency to abuse animals, by the way. But what it is saying is that you're reactive and that you have a tendency to be, I get a feeling of more self-punishing than anything. Like, when you make a mistake, you have a really hard time letting yourself off the hook. Look at it as a learning experience, not as something that is judging you. The other thing you need to know is that one of the things that will make you just happier right now is giving yourself the opportunity to goof off more than you do. You're not good at goofing off. Like, you think that like there is a great big task list that you have to get done, and if you do anything else, it's less than responsible. Take a look at that, because it exacerbates this is a running out of patience and a frustration energy. It's as if your patience runs short when you give yourself a giant list of things to do. And please understand, if something is trying to slow down your pace on that, maybe it's the universe in this energy trying to tell you you're simply attempting to do too much. So today, look towards taking good care of yourself, trying to find the beauty in every particular moment, even when it is something difficult. Usually, now there are extreme circumstances. If you're sitting in the middle of an ER watching this, then right now is not the time to assess for what's good. But usually, in most circumstances, there's something that you can find that will lighten your mood and make things better. And this is also telling you that there's more on the other side of the battles within, that you will achieve peace, you will feel that oneness, and that this part of yourself, which I really get the feeling it's frustration versus anything having to do with the environment or animals, but people maybe. Like, you may not be as patient with people as you sometimes need to be. And here's something you need to understand. If something is irking you or frustrating you in another person, usually that means it's reminding you of something in yourself that is not your favorite part of yourself, something that you are trying to improve or to alter, because we're always working on things. We're always trying to evolve. We're always trying to resolve our shadow energies and to work with our best self at any point. Often the people who irritate us the most are the ones that are illustrating parts of ourselves that we're trying to work on as well. So whenever you're frustrated, whenever you're angry, whenever you find yourself running short of patience, stop and ask yourself, what part of myself is this highlighting that I'm hoping to improve so that I can have better outcomes? And that's just a tool for your toolkit to face this day. Overall, a pretty good day. Good night. It's a good night. It's a good restful, goof off night. Maybe throw in a romantic comedy or like an old science fiction movie or whatever floats your boat in terms of complete escapism, and allow yourself to relax. That was the Spirit Guide Daily for today. Don't forget to look for my new podcast. It's Logical Magic, Examining Esoterica. It is on all of the major services. And if you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. That is the only way to book me.